During the war, there were many news in the newspapers. There was one Professor Karski who notified our dear President Roosevelt what's going on in Europe. And our government knew exactly what's happening, but they had done nothing about it. There was a whole ship of children in New York, and they sent it back. Would not allow it to come to New York. But not everybody was bad. There was a village, La Chambon in France. No Jews lived there, but everybody, every priest and minister ordered people to hide the Jews, and they all survived. There were many partisans during the war, fighting. Don't you ever think that people didn't fight? But sorry to say, majority of them did not survive. Well, I worked in 4 camps. I'm not talking too much about atrocities, my friends, because I think our world is upside down today. There's so much violence on television that this is really pointless to me at this point. In the last camp, well, all the camps, by the way, were controlled by German corporations. And this free labor that the survivors were working was to their benefit. I personally don't even know what I was working on, because usually we would get a piece of maybe airplane or maybe a tank, and I never saw the whole thing. But in the last camp, I knew exactly what we did. We were filling grenades with the chemicals. 12 hours, I worked on the night shift. All I had to do was take the shell, put it in the machine, turn the handle, and put it in the train. Very interesting job, 12 hours a day. But I didn't mind because I was actually sleeping at night working, doing it. It was so monotonous. One day comes an order. Do not load the grenades, load the prisoners. And there we go, 80 of us, and they take us to Berlin, suburb of Berlin, it's Potsdam, and suddenly, air guns are coming. And the air raid is on. During the war, you call it an air raid. The German guards run away because they are scared stiff. And we are free suddenly. But the Allies throw bombs on our train because they want to destroy the ammunition. What happened? The fire starts, and I am the first one, the smart aleck, jumps out through the fire, my clothes burning all over the place. I find a piece of grass, I quench it, and here I am. 2 days later, we hear, the war is over. I want you to know that half of us went immediately to the hospitals. Mental, I guess, degradation, that's what the Germans wanted to accomplish. They could not imagine for one moment anymore to be free, to make a decision, or didn't know the language, they didn't know anything. So they decided they just lay down in the hospital and died. Myself, with 2 other teenagers and a fellow, we decided to go back to Poland. Wonderful country. He's managed to put together a wagon like a gypsy wagon, covered it in the back, so we could hide. The 3 girls could hide, and he and the horse were moving, going. We arrived in Poland, but I never went to the city I came from, and I don't want to. Anyway, I am in Poland, and I got a job in a hospital. To make the story short, a cousin of mine found me suddenly, and he said, "You're going to Germany." Well, I was such a snotty kid, I started laughing. I said, what do you mean? I just came from there. Why do I have to go to back? He said, you don't understand. We have an uncle and a cousin in the United States. And Poland has a very, very tiny immigration quota. So we have to go to Germany. So we did. We smuggled through the border, Czechoslovakia, Germany, and landed in Munich, Germany. Declared ourselves displaced person, stayed there for 1 year. By the way, the camp was supported by the Marshall Plan from the United States. I got papers. I'm born in Germany until today, on the papers. And I'm forgetting it from time to time myself, but that's what the truth is. Well, I got my papers. We got some on a ship in Bremerhaven and started our voyage. When we came close to New York, my friends, I want you to know there wasn't one dry face. Everybody was crying because we saw the Statue of Liberty. It was difficult for us to comprehend what freedom was. Here we are in the United States. We all kissed the ground of the United States in New York. And until today, I am a very, very proud American Yankee. So, at this point, I want to tell you, anyway, what happened in the United States. I went to high school, I went to college, I had a family, lovely children, grandchildren, and a great-grandchild. But 2-3 weeks ago, or maybe 4, I was in Poland again. First time. I went what we call March of the Living. I went with 79 high school kids, senior class. It was from slavery to freedom. It was unbelievable. It was awesome. These young people changed forever. When we arrived in Israel, we also kissed the ground, because we went from land of slavery into a country where people were dancing and singing and free. They're building like crazy, just like here in Sherman Oaks. And the land is changing. As a matter of fact, I don't like it. They became too Americanized, at least in Tel Aviv. But the trip itself is awesome. The Holocaust left many, many feelings, many dreams that one never forgets. But today, the world is broken. Here is the world, and the world is like that, broken. We hope that's a big hope to develop critical thinking in our people to be able to recognize injustice and discrimination.